close, and then everyone's like, amazing. He exceeded all expectations.
Or anything, just keep driving. Got it. Nailed it.
You got this.
Got this.
Farther up and way out. Now it's going to give you two big benefits. Number one, by looking farther up and out, you're going to see a lot more of your environment, which means if a change occurs in your environment, you're more likely to see it earlier, and you'll be better prepared to respond to it earlier. Right? In addition to looking ahead, we talk so much about keeping your eyes looking where you want the car to go.
Yes, sir.
Feeling it.
All right, so we're going to start off with the first driving drill of the morning. It's going to be a straight line slalom exercise. And what we'll do here is we'll start, getting into the first foray of looking farther ahead. What I've got in front of us here is a series of cones all in a straight line. They're about 60 feet apart. And the object is for you as a driver to get through the course without knocking any of the cones over. You're going to slalom through the cones. As they drive, quick in, slow out, quick in, slow out. And you see how swiftly they can get through the cones without hitting any.
No cones?
No cones killed yet. I'm feeling good. Danny gave us some great techniques that fast in and slow out, reset the weight of the car. It's working.
There you go.
To see how the brake and pray works. But this time what we want to do is manipulate the balance of the car with the throttle pedal to set us up for success, all right? So what we're going to do is the first thing, when those lights change, right, from green to two reds, we want you to just crack off the throttle. So we're going to establish the car into the open lane.
May or may not have gotten yelled at for going a little too fast already.
Did you kill a cone?
The streak is over, man.
But I can't help it. My foot has a mind of its own sometimes, so.
Dang, here we are at the handling drill at the oval. The objectives that we're working on here, just like we talked about in the classroom, visual skills. But there's something else I'm going to do as well. And what that is I'm going to ease off or trail off of the brake pedal as I progress through the corner. Back there at the brake mark, when I started applying the brakes, I did two things. I slowed the vehicle down, but I also transferred a lot of the car's weight to the front tires. When you have a lot of weight on the front tires, you've got a lot of grip up there. Start looking through the remainder of your corner for your exit reference, which is that tall white cone with the little green cone on top of it, right? Now, you'll see that the pattern is, we talk about it all the time. Before you get to point A, you're already looking up for point B.
And now we're going to take those techniques and apply those elsewhere too.
Yeah, the skid pad is what's next, and that's really gonna test the skills that we were applying on the oval track.
Yeah, and the skid car's really cool. It's got this whole contrab hire outside of the car, extra wheels, lift for the turn.
Maybe most importantly, no ABS.
Yeah, so ready, we're going to go to the skid pad.
Yeah, she got it.
Close one.
Didn't hit the cone.
Nope. It's gonna shatter the record because it's not gonna be under.
We're going to focus on controlling a car that gets into oversteer, where the back end skids out from underneath you, and understeer when you turn the wheels and the car continues to go straight.
Yes.
Yes, like that.
Very
That's good.
nice. Yes.
As this car gets through a skid, I'm looking at my turn. Hey, the car's sliding. Look where you want to go. Steer into the direction of the slide. Back wheels are going to the right. Then I'm going to turn the front wheels to the right to counteract that. I still have a loss of traction on the back. So how do I regain traction back there? Squeeze on the gas a little bit. Now, put all three of those things together, and you'll be able to control the skid very quickly and easily.
We're both both showing some serious skills out there.
Okay,
I'm pretty
I
happy.
think that we're probably the 2 greatest drivers this school has ever seen. So day 2 starts
The Art of
tomorrow.
Going Too Far by Cristy Lee.
Day 2, we're gonna get on the big track. A little bit more classroom time, a little more drive time. I think we'll warm up in the morning and then we'll head out.
I'll see you for bright and shine.
Okay, I'll be here.
It all goes back to our vision. So using our vision to judge that rate of loading. Step 2 is line technique. Where you place the car to make your job easier.
And this is where we'll talk about, straight line braking. We go over rate of closure, how quickly we close in on things, and then we'll go over the ABS lane change. So you'll take off from this spot. We'll tell you when to take off. Smoothly get on the accelerator. I want you to get between 60 and 65 miles per hour as you're coming down the straightaway. On the right-hand side here, you'll see we have a set of 3 cones. Farther back from that, a set of 2 cones and just a single cone. These are your braking references.
It's hard to not clown in these cars.
Oh, no, believe me.
It's good, I mean, once you get over that fear of what's gonna happen once you mash the brake pedal, you have the confidence in the quality of the brakes that are on these cars.
Go, get speed, get speed, get speed. That's it! Drill on the pad. We're still working on the same objectives, your visual skills, your line technique, the proper braking before and through the corner, right? Just do a slow lap here to show you where it goes. We've got our tight increasing radius corner on this side, which yields us an earlier apex. And on the other side, we've got a decreasing radius corner, and this yields us a much later apex. And so you'll see that how I turn the wheel, the speed I take into the corner, these are very different from one corner to the next. That's one of the biggest things that people do, is they either turn in too early and they wind up coming out of the corner too early, or they don't trail the brakes long enough. Even worse yet, they squeeze on the gas prematurely and they start unloading that front end and they're trying to turn it, and it just pushes the car straight over this way instead of heading down the straightaway. Now this is the sharper of the 2 corners. So you're going to be turning the wheel a little faster, which means you're going to be easing off the brake a little faster. There's going to come a time when you're done with the wheel, well then you're done with your brake. Now look through the remainder of your corner for your exit, which is that single cone way out there on the right-hand side of the track. Brake, squeeze back on the gas. So here we are on the front straightaway. When we're coming down here, we're pretty hard on the throttle. If you look on the left, you'll see there's a piece of curbing that comes out, kind of wavers out and back in again. Don't follow the curbing, but rather follow just that straight line. I want you to start initiating your braking pressure at the 4 marker. That's the beginning of your straight line braking zone. While you're braking, you're starting to look into turn 1. We've got one of our instructors in turn 1 right now, just beyond those green cones. But remember what we talked about, having a cone at the beginning and a cone at the end of the apex. We're trying to draw a line from the first cone to the second, and we're just parallel that line as I go across the curve. Any questions?
No.
Now, there's a lot of information given. I give you a lot of details about every single corner out there. You're not going to remember everything. Nobody ever does. But what you do is you take the fundamentals that we've been working on for the last day and a half, the visual skills, proper line, how to properly apply the brakes before and through the corner, put that together out here.
So how they doing?
They're doing pretty good, but we'll see how they perform out on the track. Hey guys, is the pad clear?
10-4.
All right, time for autocross. All right, gang, so now we're going to do that 2-lap autocross, right? And so we integrate an extra lap in here. There's a corner that we're going to integrate to get you onto the front straightaway again. So we'll start off here. We'll tell you when to take off as usual. Quick first corner. Timing starts at the white cone. Look at where you want the car to go. Ease off the brake. Now, when you go past this white cone the first time, you need to take the second lap. So you're going to take this big decreasing radius corner. Way out, way out, way out, way out. And then nice late apex down onto the straightaway a second time. The clock is still running.
Well, it felt good. You know, I mean, I was sliding a little too much. I got to have a little bit more control of the car. You know, they say to drive to the edge and then bring it back. I think I drove it over the edge.
First of all, it's a scorcher out here, so there's that. Second of all, each time you kind of continue to improve, braking a little bit later, harder, really hitting that throttle at the right moment once you've reached apex in the turn and kind of mastering those skills on every single turn. Yeah, feeling good, feeling good.
Awesome.
Now, it's graduation time. I have a few things here for you guys. Ooh. For the graduates of the Radford Racing School, we have a couple of things here. We've our very traditional Radford Racing School high performance driving graduate sticker. You're also going to get a cool little helmet sticker. This is you know, the high performance graduate sticker that you get to put on your helmet. And then last but not least, you're going to get a very cool certificate of graduation.
Yeah.
It's got your name on it, the class that you took. Ooh. Yes.
No 2-day high performance driving school.
Without further ado, I'd like to hand these to you guys. Cristy, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
And Mr. Chris Jacobs.
Thank you very
Round of
much.
applause for you as well.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much.
So,